He'll try to get in.
Mehmet Hokam, please come in.
Now, at the moment, the tribes coming from the east, from the direction of Deir ez-Zor, have already reached Jabal Duruz mountain.
Is this the place we wrote as Oral Mountain? We are running.
Yes,
the place in Suveyda?
Yes, they are in Suveyda. On the other side, the tribes coming from Daraa are in the place labeled as Suveyda, where you can see those two explosions. They are from that region.
Area. This one.
Therefore, two tribal groups are now trying to unite. That is, they have taken back 4 or 5 places and villages there, and one has taken off. And they took them. But then Israel's humanitarian fighters stepped in and are now bombing the villagers that they took. I see. So
let's take it. Some channels say they hit us with their planes. Sometimes we got news that people shot down a lot of planes.
Now, I mean, no. 6 UAVs, that's what's being said right now. I mean, it's not a heavy target that requires an airplane.
Yes, I'll tell you what I understand now. Please confirm that we're correct, sir. What's happening now? There are Arab tribesmen from the northeast and the west who want to squeeze the Druze in Suveyda from Daraa. They also reached out and met each other. In fact, they met at Jabal Duruz on the Druze mountain, where Netanyahu said that we are building a line from here to there. There are points that have been captured. The worst part is that this is what is called a war. That's how it happens. Someone goes to other places. They slaughter some people and others come. They attack their positions there. And then it cannot be stopped. What should normally happen is that the state authority comes and stops it. But when Israel shot them, they came out of there. So the situation got complicated.
Is it true? Yes, at the moment, yes it is. Now the Bedouin tribes are warrior tribes just like the Druze tribes. The Druze are the same. I mean, after all, they have been bandits for years, especially during the Ottoman Empire. Especially, you know, they have these warrior skills. This is the same with the Bedouins. And this was turned into a blood feud by Israel, especially by turning it into a blood feud and making the Druze and the Bedouins turn against each other to reduce the Sunni population in the south. And of course, let's state this right away. Among the Druze, there are also Assad's followers. In other words, there are also Israeli special forces elements. That has already been in the press. In other words, it is the Israeli special forces elements that are directing the Druze right now, and it is the Israeli special forces elements that are marking the drones. So they are the ones marking targets. So Israel is physically here on the ground as well. Yes, there. I mean, now the main thing here, I mean, the reflection of this issue on the international arena is as follows. With its borders, my teacher will know very well. Yesterday, he gave a good description of the state. I would be very happy if he could do the same today. The definition of the state. Yes, a state is a community that has established sovereignty in an area with defined borders. And right now, it is a free state with a border recognized by the United Nations. The Syrian state. Whether it is headed by a late government or a permanent government, it doesn't make any difference. Right now, the Syrian government is the owner of the state. So, within Syria, only that state is authorized to use weapons. But what is Israel doing? A situation occurring within the borders of an independent state, intervening in an internal conflict or internal problem. One. And he puts it as his right, and there is not the slightest condemnation of Israel from any international legal body. What they have done in Gaza so far was actually a lower version of it, because Gaza, within Israel's borders, after all, was autonomous. State of Palestine today. I'm in alone as a state, both because the sinking is not a standalone event and because it has not received holistic recognition in the United Nations. I'm saying it was a situation. I get it. Syria is now a meta-state, just like Israel's intervention in Iran.
Israel's state borders are not recognized either. The borders of Israel recognized by the United Nations in 1948 are 1/3 of what they are now. Mr. President said this at the United Nations General Assembly. So Israel is not a sovereign state. It has not recognized the borders, but Syria is a sovereign state. Let's make it a thing.
As my commander knows, Gaza is part of Israel's territorial integrity. In fact, it was a part that was forced to live separately from the general whole. It entered, broke, and committed genocide there. Now a sovereign state is doing a super version of that on Syrian soil, as if it has the right to intervene there in the internal affairs there. Who in the world can do this normally? If we accept that there is an international authority in the world, there are some, the United Nations, its Security Council, and so on and so forth. Isn't it normally the United Nations that can come here and intervene, Hodja, the Security Council of the United Nations?
The Customs Council.
So what would a decision from there say?
We blacked it out twice in its history, but the nation is now the newspaper ruling.